right, thanks everyone for coming along. It's good that first workshop of the year was sold out in like 6 hours. That was pretty impressive. So thank you all for getting in really quickly. We've got very amazing, experienced model today. So consider yourselves very lucky that she's set aside some time for us for this workshop. So what we're going to do to start with, as you can see, I've got a 3-light setup going on here at the moment using flash. We've set up the rope to do some poses to start with. We did a few test shots earlier on, and Poppy figured out a few really very cool poses with the rope, something a little bit different to what she's done before. So we're going to start with that. Now the emphasis is going to be on quality over quantity for this shoot. We want to try and nail the shots when the pose is at absolute best. It's not uncommon for most dancers to be very, very particular about the shots that are captured of them. They want to look like they're doing the poses absolutely perfectly. So we're going to spend a little bit of time just making sure that we do get those poses right and captured right. And then after we've done the shots with the rope, we're going to just pull that down, and then we'll do some kind of more freestyle stuff with the same lighting setup. And then for the second half, we're going to do some more portrait orientated stuff with the LED lighting over there. Just with regards to the lighting setup, I'm lighting from both sides, so that kind of doesn't matter which way she's facing. We're still going to get a little bit of light on her face, but this is predominantly the main light source, this one, the bigger one. So for the most part, she's going to keep her face orientated this way. The background light, instead of just having a nice, clean, even grey kind of background, I just put another light in the background there with some old barn doors just to create a bit of pattern, just create some shadows and highlights just to break up the background and make it look a little bit more interesting. And yeah, so basically it's a split light, but with probably a little bit more emphasis on front with this guy. So this light's going to feather around and just make sure we get some light in her face, but it's still going to create a little bit of shape to the light. There's a little bit of shadowing in the body, just depending on which angle she's at. Now, the rope's a little bit unpredictable in terms of how it spins. So at some point, we might have to get somebody just to spin her back into position. So we'll see how we go with that. But we handled it pretty well before, just the two of us, and we managed to get some really good shots just with her maneuvering around by herself. As you can see, she's extremely flexible. So we're going to get some pretty interesting poses. Now, we will, for some of the shots, incorporate a little bit of nudity, but obviously for a lot of the shots, poses that are a little bit more extreme, just to keep modesty, obviously we're going to keep her wearing at least something on the bottom half of her. And then, yeah, we'll see how we go with portrait-y type stuff. We can work a little bit with nudity and tutu, and just do a little bit of implied stuff with that as well. So just see how we go with it all. But
yeah, and feel free to let me know, you guys, like if you want me to change clothes. I have a whole ton of stuff, and what you want me to wear or not wear.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to do what I feel.
Yeah. So I think, this red outfit for starters is going to contrast really nicely with the lighting setup that we've got, and allow to do some pretty extreme poses. So a few of you have obviously done workshops with me before, but a few of you haven't. My rules are always one person shooting at a time, and especially in this type of workshop where you're trying to nail a particular shot with a particular pose, it's impossible to have more than one shooting at this one time. So, but it's also just more fair on the model if only one person's shooting. Obviously with flash, that makes it a little bit easier, but when we're doing the LED stuff later, I don't mind if you're kind of in the background and you take a couple of sort of behind the scenes shots, but when the person is having their turn, just be respectful and let them sort of direct and get the shots that they want. That's always been a bugbear of mine. Some workshop a run with just a free-for-all shots set up, and then everyone just firing over the top of each other's shoulders, and it's just a nightmare. So you won't get that here. Well, I'm going to do a few test shots just to begin with, and I'll give you an idea, show you on the back of the camera what we're achieving, and work out what settings we're using, and let you know. So let's start. What sort of pose do you want to start with? Okay, all right, she's going to surprise me. 24-70 is good, yeah, because you might want to shoot a little bit wider for some of the shots. All right, ready when you are, miss. So a lot of these shots, it's all about timing. So she's gonna, some of the shots she can't hold the pose, it's a matter of trying to capture it at its peak. So like that shot there, I was just a fraction late. Helps once you know exactly what she's gonna do to you know, time it right. But all right, so let's try that one more time. Yep. I think I was a bit late again. Yeah, I was. Okay, I'll get it this time. Still not quite there. It's quite hard. She moves really quickly. That was better. It's 200 ISO, 5/6 200th of a second. 200. Yeah. So basically, the flash is stopping the motion. Awesome. That's why I chose to use flash for this type of setup, because it's going to freeze the movement as much as possible. You happy with that one? No? Try it again. Pretty cool motion in the hair there as well.
Yeah, so it's lovely. The background's quite nice.
Yeah.
So you're just focusing on the face? Well,
Yeah, pre-focusing on a face.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's not really moving forward or back so much. So.
Get that background.
Not bad. Sorry? Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Want to try it again? Yeah, wow.
Nice.
Light on the face is lovely.
Yeah, both of them are really good. Maybe just one more.
Yep.
I want to try a jump.
Okay. So, horizontal shot, you think, if you're going to jump? Yep. A little earlier. Okay, almost. Did you want to try the foot in the rope?
What?
Did you want to try the foot in the rope? Or not? Yeah? It's up to you.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, that's different. Yep. Yeah, cool.
Good.
Yeah, cool. All right. Have a breather for a minute and we'll get our first person up. Ladies first. All right, so I'll drop the rope down and we'll do an outfit change and then we'll do some freestyle stuff.